Gabimaru vs. Tanjiro Kamado. Who would win in a fight? Both Hell's Paradise's Gabimaru and Demon Slayer's Tanjiro have battled demonic forces, making fans wonder how they would fare against each other. Gabimaru the Hollow and Tanjiro Kamado are both incredibly powerful, seeming to break down barriers and demolish foes with similar determination and ease. This has led many fans to wonder who would win in an all-out brawl, Gabimaru or Tanjiro. Between Gabimaru and Tanjiro, it's hard to draw a conclusion about who wants to succeed more. It'd be better to examine their training and history, as well as how they've fared thus far against their many foes to determine which one is stronger than the other. Gabimaru has years of experience. Gabimaru has virtually been alive twice as long as Tanjiro, which means he's had far more time to train and master his area of expertise. Born into violence, he was raised on ninjutsu and murder, learning to carry out his attacks with emotionless precision. He trained himself to feel absolutely nothing, especially when it came to extinguishing his foes. Through this, he developed a near supernatural ability to enter into a battle frenzy and violently demolish anyone who got in his way. Taking all that into consideration, it's important to note that once Gabimaru got married, he developed a unique weakness. For the first time in his life, he started to feel love. It began to change him, eventually convincing him to step away from the darkness and live a peaceful life with his beloved. Betrayed for wanting to live in peace, he was arrested and set to be executed, which drove him back to the hollowness he'd always known. Only this time it was coupled with a silent sense of despair. He would never see his beloved Yui again, nor would he have the opportunity to give her the life he'd promised. When faced with the chance for freedom from execution, of course Gabimaru jumped at it. If he succeeded in bringing back the elixir of life, his alleged crimes would be forgotten. He would be free to live a life he'd chosen for the first time in his existence, and he wanted to spend that time with Yui. Driven by that alone, his relentlessness against every foe he encountered has been evident. But there's a catch even he didn't see coming. He's no longer a hollow shell with the ability to murder without thought or care for the lives he's taking. He's grown more sensitive to life itself and the people on his journey with him. That weakness could prove fatal if he doesn't learn to keep it in check. Tanjiro is a quick study. To say Tanjiro was highly motivated to find a solution and save his little sister after she was turned into a demon is an understatement. He went from knowing nothing about the existence of demons to being a top-notch demon slayer after training with Mr. Urokodaki. He practically led the entire final selection testing, cutting down plenty of low-level demons by himself before facing off against, then killing the hand demon. Tanjiro is innately powerful. There is something within him that awakens just a little bit more each time he enters into battle, and that makes him a dangerous foe. Despite the promise he showed, by the time he was brought before the Hashira with Nezuko, there was still so much he needed to learn. He buckled down and began training harder than ever before, which eventually led to his discovery of the fire-breathing style and the waking of his Demon Slayer mark. His motivation to destroy the demon that murdered his family and turn Nezuko into a demon is what drives him to improve. He's already lost so much, and he will stop at nothing to achieve his goal. Unlike Gabimaru, however, Tanjiro is a very emotional and compassionate person. He feels everything deeply, and while that may empower one's motivations, it could also potentially get in the way. During the Swordsmith Village arc, Tanjiro actually wavered. Torn between chasing after upper rank 4 and saving his sister from the sunrise, he faltered. Nezuko actually kicked him away from her, making the decision for him and forcing him to carry out the very important job he needed to finish. His motivation became a deterrent, which could potentially cause a major problem when facing later and greater confrontations. Additionally, Tanjiro's big heart has often led to his lamentations over demons he's killed. Standing over an enemy that lost its humanity long ago while mourning the person they once were is a beautiful thing, but it could potentially cloud his judgment in other battles. Trying to find a strain of humanity in a demon like Muzan, for instance, could get a slayer killed. Gabimaru would demolish Tanjiro. When it comes to a showdown between Gabimaru and Tanjiro, there's no doubt it would be an epic battle. Both have an arsenal of powerful moves tucked away, and they definitely know how to execute them when the time is right. Fortunately for Gabimaru, he has years of experience that surpasses Tanjiro's. He is also adept at locking away his emotions, not allowing them to interfere with the foe right in front of him. The same can't always be said for Tanjiro. Putting his little sister in harm's way is one surefire way to distract Tanjiro from a fight, no matter how important it is. Nezuko is his weakness, and the fact that she's right there with him every step of the way puts both of them in danger. Both of them are highly motivated by love, albeit different types of love. Unfortunately for Tanjiro, he can't often set those feelings aside, especially when it comes to his sister. Gabimaru, on the other hand, sees only his end goal. If Tanjiro were to step into his path and try to stop him from reaching his beloved wife, the Hollow would destroy him like any other obstacle. Thanks for watching.